Hello to anyone who cares. My name is Silent-esque, and we are here with the last test in the trilogy, the test Final Revelation. Hopefully, we're going to find out what it's all about now. They have alluded to the fact that it's all going to become clear in this final installment. I've had a lot of fun with these tests. They proved to be very interesting so far, and I look forward to getting further into some very awkward questions that we can revel in the feeling together. Okay, let's start. Before experiencing the test Final Revelation, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequels, The Test and The Test Hypothesis Rising, first before venturing into this experience. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played the first two titles, and this examination will also make a bit more sense, as it carries on from where the last examinations left off. I would like to urge you to go and play the test followed by the Test Hypothesis Rising now, before venturing forward, and follow the instructions listed throughout the games, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they were meant to be taken in. Would you like to close the game now so that you have the opportunity to play the test and or the test 2 before playing the test 3 Final Revelation? You will not get a chance to exit the game until the experience is over if you choose to continue now. I've already played the test and the test 2. Well then, let us continue. Please make sure that you answer each question with the utmost honesty and that you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question improperly may drastically change your outcome. You cannot go back to answer questions you misanswered, so be sure to take your time. This is of utmost importance. Noted. Are we going to see Fate again? I loved Fate from last one. When the sun comes crashing down and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around and there is no light of day, I will come back for you so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through, your heart will forever be my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there, your embrace, so long I've missed, my soul, my love I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven, as you've rescued me from my hell. Aw. That's cute. Ooh. Fate. And the guy from the first one. No matter what happens, I will always love you. Choice. There we go. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and each droplet of my soul, I swear to you. We are going to find a way out of here. Aww. We're actually getting a little story. The testing room. Hello. You're new? Destiny! I wasn't expecting you so soon. Well, yeah, it was only yesterday I played, the test 2. You're like the Grim Reaper, but golden. Though I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely I've been watching you. Studying every breath and every move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met. And a slew of questions you've answered without regret. I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. Right, Mr. Rhymes-a-lot. I will peel the emotion from your soul and make you eat your feelings whole. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. To be as honest as you can. To take angel's wings or devil's hand. And in the end we both will know how to escape your undertow. I don't know what an undertow is, but I'm all for it. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery wrought. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul 'tis burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Right, Mr. Ominous. Now, let the examination begin. Okay. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Yes. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Oh, you know, the other ones take a little bit of time to get personal. This one seems to be going straight for the jugular right away. Yeah. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? Yes. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? Yes. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Yes. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Yes. These are all yes questions. Do you believe that your friends always treat you the way you deserve to be treated? I feel selfish saying it, but no. Are you afraid of being the last person alive in your social circle? Yes. Are you afraid of the existence of an afterlife and what that might mean for you? Afraid of the existence of an afterlife? No. I hope there is one. Do you feel as though you're wanted in this life? Do I feel wanted? That's not a fair question. That's a mean question. More often than not, I don't feel wanted. Let's see. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? Yes. Do you ever feel like a burden? Almost constantly. Have you ever felt left out? Yep. Have you ever felt like a failure? Yes. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Can you ask some nice questions? Have you ever worked yourself sick? That's an interesting one. I know in one of the previous ones I've said that I'm not a hard worker. Have I worked myself sick? I think on one or two occasions, possibly, yes. Yes, maybe. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? Sometimes, yes. Are you afraid to ask for help? Yeah, I don't like these questions. Do you feel like people often criticize you? Yes. Do you ever feel judged by your friends or family? Yes, I feel like most people do. Do you ever wonder what your purpose in life is? My purpose in life? Yes. If you could turn back time for any reason, would you? Probably. Nothing big or significant, just like really awkward social situations where I feel like I definitely could have handled them better. And it would have to be in that moment, like not too far in like I wouldn't go back like more than a few hours, really. I wouldn't want to go back multiple days. But yeah, probably. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? Many regrets. Yes. Social gatherings I didn't go to because of my anxiety. At this stage in life, my biggest regret has been not joining the choir or drama club when I got into secondary school. Because I was too anxious to do it. Literally the biggest regret in my life at the moment. But I'm working to fix that now. But yes, I do have many regrets. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Yes. Does looking out your window at night make you feel uneasy? No, I actually like looking out of my window at night. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked, even though you're certain that you've already locked them? No. Funnily enough, because my family and I used to live in a house where just shutting the door locks it, like you have to unlock it. You have to actively unlock the door to, leave the house. Because there was no handle on it. It was literally just a lock. We got so used to that mindset that we don't really lock the doors anymore. We forget. So no, I definitely don't double check to make sure the doors are locked. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? Life? No. I feel like it's moving too fast sometimes. With all the aspirations and goals that I want to achieve, life is moving far too quickly. Days feel like they're moving too slow a lot of the time, but life itself, no. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? Yes, I just mentioned that. Thank you. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? No. I don't feel uncomfortable being home alone. It's quite nice sometimes when you have as busy a household as we do. I start to feel uncomfortable if I haven't heard from you know, my parents in a while when I've been home alone. But I don't feel comfortable when I'm alone at home. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? I like to think so. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? Am I superficial? I'm not looking up what superficial means at all. I'm just really thinking hard about it. Superficial meaning. Oh. A person who is described as superficial does not want to think seriously about anything, even important matters. No, I'm not superficial. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? Do I ever judge them? No, actually. I get curious about people, but I don't judge them. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? Nope, I'm still very low maintenance. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? That begs the question. The person I'm thinking of, I'm just wondering if I ever truly cared about them. I'd say yes, annoyingly. And it sucks because despite what I say, I do still care about them. Okay, yes, I admit it. I'm not going to say who they are. I don't even know if they know who they are. But yeah. Have you ever been a bully to someone you care about? No. No, no. I don't think I've been a bully ever, in general. Certainly not to someone I care about. So no. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? Yes. It gets really difficult as well. When I went to this event for a friend's birthday, it was an extremely crowded, busy area. I hated it, and my anxiety was making it very difficult to act normal. But I certainly tried to keep a low profile. Yeah, it sucks. I hate crowded areas. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? Yep. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? On occasion, yes. I don't think that's unnatural. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Extremely. I hate talking on the phone. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they do something that bothers you? Yes. I hate confrontation a lot. I do everything I can to avoid it. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? I don't feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future. If anything, I try to make sure that we've committed to it as soon as possible, because I get uncomfortable if we've not committed. I don't like the uncertainty of not knowing whether or not we're going to be doing something. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? Yes. Big yes. Do you ever fear that you're failing those who care about you most? Yes. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? It would do if I drove. Being in a vehicle gives me anxiety. I think I mentioned in one of the other tests that I was in a car crash in year 6 when I was about 10. And that's where it all stems from, I'm pretty sure. So, I'd say yes. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? Yep. I'm a wuss, I know. Have you ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Carried an object? No, I wouldn't say I've carried an object around that makes me feel more comfortable. I'll do things that make me feel more comfortable, like I'll fiddle with like the fabric of my shirt or something. But I don't carry objects around. In fact, carrying an object around would make me less comfortable. So no. If I told you that I could guess your name correctly right now, would you believe me? Yes, because I'm pretty sure it's on my computer. Yes. Well, based on the answers you've provided for me so far, if I were to take a guess, I would say your name starts with the letter M, doesn't it? No? That makes sense. Let's be real here. There's literally no way I'd be able to guess your name just by your answers. That would be ridiculous. Besides, all of you humans look alike to me anyhow. Alright, vaguely racist. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? Yes. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? You don't have to go around saying it. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? Yes. Wait, no, don't leave me. Jesus Christ, don't do that to me. I'm going to have to stop you here. No, don't. The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you're being honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. Oh no, I don't want to look at pictures. You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out. I swear to God, if you show me a picture of a spider, I'm going to slap something. Which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. For starters, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I think it's pretty. I'd say closer to joy. I mean, it's so pretty looking. Joy, yes. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Trapped, manic, broken, soulful, chaotic, beautiful. Beautiful, I like it. What do you think this picture is called? Chaotic crystals, the portal, soul abduction, mind of misery, celestial stare. I mean, the first thing I thought of was crystals. Very interesting. Thank you. Moving on. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one feels more not relaxing. This one feels numb, I'd say. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Stuck, abyss, toxic, demented, life, exotic. I'd say stuck. It reminds me of like a web. What do you think this picture is called? Corruption wave, the birthing, blazing soul, destroyer of sense, darkness within. What would this be called? Not blazing soul. Possibly darkness within. I see. Next, we have this one. Oh, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Now this. Oh, I can't. It's not a bad. It's not a bad one. It's certainly not chaotic. This one does relax me. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Glorious, twin, mirrored, space, planets, galactic. Well, it looks mirrored, but I know it's not, because of it isn't symmetrical. But it does give off like an illusion of mirroring. What do you think this picture is called? The Vault, Datacron, Eyes You See, Reflection of the Universe, Shattered World. The first thing I thought of when this came up was eyes. Like an owl's eyes. So I suppose I see you. Did I say eyes you see first? No, I see you. Noted. Take a look at this one. If this is a spider, I'm going to punch you. Oh, thank God. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one. This one does feel quite chaotic. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Gateway, staircase, heavenly, unknown, vast, open. I think gateway. Yeah. Gateway. What do you think this picture is called? Light at the end of the tunnel. The porthole. Dimension door. Stairway to heaven. Or the rabbit hole. I think dimension door sounds right. That's peculiar. And how about this one? What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one feels angry. Yeah. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Eye, ring, abyssal darkness, lightning blazing. I think abyssal. What do you think this picture is called? Suppose the abyssal gaze would make sense. Yeah. I will make a note of that. And this here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one's quite chaotic as well, I think. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Mask, veiled, cyclops, jungle, prismatic, or shrouded. Well, this does kind of remind me of a cyclops. And these are prisms. I'd say cyclops. What do you think this picture is called? Mind's Eye, Forest of Depth, The Masking, Eye of Chaos, A Shining Light. Eye of Chaos, definitely. I see. Now this one. Oh! What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I mean, I'd say chaos again, really. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Planetary, collide, bosoms, wings, feathers, heavenly. This does look like a collision, like a planet here, and then an explosion around here. I think collide, yeah. What do you think this picture is called? Growth seed, Mother Nature's gift, forming earth, we meet again, angelic touch. Forming earth. How about this? Oh, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Fury, torment, volcano, brimstone, shattered fault. Fury. What do you think this picture is called? Arcing blaze, the world breaks, inferno gate, the shattering, rage incarnate. Rage incarnate. That's interesting that you say that. How about this one here? Oh. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? It makes me... It's not a good emotion, I don't think. Kind of scrutinizing. I'm between depression and numbness. It doesn't make me numb. No, it doesn't make me depressed. But it's not numb, it's not angry, it's not chaotic. It's not relaxing. Certainly isn't joyful. Most present. I suppose the colour scheme gives off a depressing vibe. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Cyborg, veil, information, analysing, monitoring. Feels more analysing. What do you think this picture is called? The datasphere, thought-provoked, incubation of dreams, matrix watcher, life projector. Matrix watcher. I will make note of that. Now this one. Oh, fuck, Jesus. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Chaos. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Ocean, sky, womb, density, warp, birth. I mean, womb seems... It's more of the birth than it is the womb, let's be honest. If that's... You know. Birth. What do you think this picture is called? Birthplace of dreams, monolith heart, endless sea, going down, ultraviolet. Birthplace of dreams. Interesting. Take a look at this. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Oh, that looks like someone's, like, shattered something on the ground. Anger. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Broken. Yep, broken. What do you think this picture is called? Deciphering, I broke you, the crystal verse, planar zone, Picasso face. I broke you. Picasso face sounds pretty cool though. Huh. We're almost done. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Oh, this is an ugly emotion. This is an icky emotion. This is depression. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Arc, slime, vapor, melting, drool, viscous. Slime. What do you think this picture is called? The Jowls of Death? Planet Cradle? Planet Forming? Dark Lights? The Sludge? Interesting choice. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? The Eye of Sauron. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Crown, sword, laser, sunlight, eclipse, solstice. I can see most of these. I feel like sunlight. Oh wait, eclipse. Sunlight. Eclipse. Sunlight. I mean, look at that little face. That's a grinning face. His eyes. Look at those sharp teeth there. And a long ass nose. It's more of eclipse than sunlight, yeah. What do you think this picture is called? Sonic Boom, Red Angel, Solar Blade, Broken Seal, Disintegration Chamber. I think Red Angel, given that face. Alright then. Just a few more. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Ooh. Oh, this is relaxing. That's nice, I like that. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Cosmic Sphere, Eye, Beauty, Pearl, Gorgeous. I think Pearl. Sphere. Pearl. It's not a pearl. It's more... sphere. What do you think this picture is called? Spiral World, Marble of Time, Formless Being, Higher Intelligence, Planar Core. Marble of Time. That's surprising. Almost finished. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Aww, they're meeting. That's kind of cute. See, this brings attention to the joining, but it could be the separation actually. Let's have a look. Are they being pulled apart or pulled together? It's either depressing or joyful, and that's a very big juxtaposition. But I'm trying to figure out if it's a happy story or a sad one. This makes it feel like a sad one. It's like it's being forced away. Depression. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Gaseous, chaos, warped, wave, nebula, jungle. I think nebula. No. Yes, nebula. Or gaseous. Nebula. That was my initial thought when I saw the... What do you think this picture is called? Vaporous forms, light breckoning, solar space, leaves up close, or verdant path. Well, it feels like two souls being torn away from each other, so vaporous forms. Very good. Oh, thank you. Last one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Well, it's not anger. It's not chaos or numbness. It's not joy. It's relaxing. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Music, choir, voice, hollow, solitary, or void? I feel like void. What do you think this picture is called? The sound of silence, empty world, warp tunnel, notes of harmony, the static field. Warp tunnel. I think that about wraps it up. Your answers have been documented well. Deep into your subconscious they dwell. But I am not finished with you just yet. There are still some truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again, your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. 1 year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held and one of your family members hits the jackpot, but it's someone who you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of moral obligation. They plan to keep the money all for themselves, as they feel like it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? Angry they should share the prize? Jealous I regret buying them a ticket? Happy, good for them, I'm glad they won? Indifferent, that's the way life goes sometimes. Whew! I mean, if it's someone I don't like, I'd find it very hard to be happy for them. The end of the day, it's my own fault for getting them the ticket. I mean, I don't think they should feel obliged to share the prize. I would definitely feel jealous. I don't like how jealous I can get of people. It's something I want to work on a bit better. Especially when it comes to money. I feel very icky when I get jealous of people who have money. But in all honesty, I would be jealous. Very well. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Try to steal their ticket for myself? Destroy their ticket so no one gets it? Get them killed so I inherit the money? Let them be happy with their winnings. Alright, I'm not going to steal the ticket for myself. I'm not going to destroy the ticket. I paid for it. And... what? Why? First of all, why would you kill someone for it? Secondly, if we don't get along very well, I'm not going to be inheriting that money. I'd let them be happy with it. Like, it is what it is. It was my present to them. If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favourite family member who bought you the ticket in the first place? Yeah. I think so. My least favourite family member. I think out of sheer obligation, I would feel like I have to. And this would be a situation where I'd be sharing the money with people in my family anyway. And I wouldn't feel right leaving anyone out of that. So yeah, I'd say I'd share it. I see. Now, you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case, there rests $1 million. Alongside the money, there lies a blood-stained note with only one word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does this make you feel? Scared, there's blood in there. Anxious, what if someone comes for the money? Excited, I'm about to be rich. Indifferent, none of my business. I mean, I don't know. I'd be scared of the implication of what would happen if I took the money. I don't know if I'd be scared about the situation itself. I'd say I'd be more anxious. What if someone comes for the money? In my mind, that means I'm anxious if I take this and someone comes for it. What will happen to me? More than, oh, I'm anxious. What if someone takes it and I don't get it? So I'd be anxious. I'm not going to take that money. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Grab the suitcase and run back to my car. Take as much money as I could hold and leave the rest. Call the police and let them know about the suitcase. Leave the suitcase alone and move along. It's between the last two. I don't know if I'd call the police. Knowing me, I'd be too anxious to call the police. I'd probably just leave it. Yeah, I'd probably leave it. Yeah, move along. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decision at all? Well, if the note still said don't, that's still pretty ominous. No. Interesting. The devil appears in your room at night while you're alone and just about to fall asleep, and tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet. How does this make you feel? Scared, the devil is in my room. Suspicious, I don't think the devil truly exists. Intrigued, I wonder what he's willing to offer me. Angry, I want him out now. Well, I believe in the devil. Not in the light that he's mainly, portrayed to be. It would definitely be intriguing. I wouldn't be angry at him, but I think I would be quite scared, like, even if it wasn't the devil, if just anyone was in my room suddenly. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to truly be the devil, he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. Look, dude, I believe you. Don't take me to hell at all. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes on to tell you of his offers in exchange for your soul to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? All the wealth and power in the world. You'll never age but can still die from physical injury. You can bring one person back from the dead. I wouldn't sell my soul to the devil. Oh, you had to put the second option in there, didn't you? Now, this is interesting. You'll never age but can still die from physical injury. That is something I've always been very interested about. As far as I'm aware, that is the closest thing to immortality that humans may be able to approach in the future. in terms of, you know, improving ourselves so that, you know, they fix themselves before they die off, which is obviously why we age and get weak. Like, but that does mean I will die from physical injury one day. Obviously, you could live for millennia, and when the world ends, that's it. You're dead. And you have to suffer through that. Like, even if you're the safest person in the world, when the world ends, you're dying. You have to suffer through all that and then go to hell. That sucks. I wouldn't trade my soul for wealth and power. And I wouldn't bring someone back from the dead. That would be a very jarring experience for them, I'm sure. I can see them when I die. You know, Granddad, I love you. I'll see you again one day. Wealth and power isn't worth it for eternal damnation. And never aging, that'd be great. But there will come a time where I'll die and then have to suffer eternal damnation. I would not sell my soul to the devil. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, would you accept it in exchange for eternal damnation? No. I don't want to be eternally damned. I see. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe, turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does this make you feel? Incredibly sad, I don't want the world to end. Excited, I've always fantasized about a zombie apocalypse. Scared, I don't know if I could survive for long. Indifferent, this is life now. I mean, I'd be incredibly sad, less for the world ending and more for seeing everyone that I love, except for 5 people, turning into zombies and mindless creatures. I'd be scared for sure. I definitely wouldn't be able to survive for long. But I'd be really sad. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now, and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Yes, why wouldn't you? Interesting. Why would you not stop that? You've been working at a company for 10 years, and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to the position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck and that maybe one day you'll get the position, and that he had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? Oof. This happened to my mum not that long ago. It sucks. We were very upset. She quickly left that job. Actually, no, she was fired. Well, I mean, she still quickly left that job because she was calling them out on it, and literally a week before she had been there for 2 years, they just fired her when they didn't need to give her a notice, and that sucks. Angry, I was promised that promotion. Jealous, that promotion should have been mine. Betrayed, I can't trust my own employer. Indifferent, everything happens for a reason. I'd be between angry and betrayed. If I've been working there 10 years, that would be soul destroying. That would be betrayal. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. Since I've been working there, you say. What would you wish to do in this situation? Threaten to report my boss for fraud? Quit my job and look for new employment? Sabotage the new employee to get them fired? That's not fair for the employee, really. Nothing, you win some, you lose some. I wouldn't threaten to report my boss. If anything, I would just report it, regardless of any gain I'd get from it. Quit my job and look for new employment. Wouldn't sabotage the employee. I wouldn't want to stay there. I'd look for new employment. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving, would you accept the position? Oh man. If I were in that position and I was hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving. If I knew for a fact that this is exactly the same as the previous scenario and this person had been promised the promotion, I don't think I would accept the position, because I wouldn't want to be that person. And I mean, that would just be a warning, really, wouldn't it? You know, if you're given a position at a place where they've told someone else, that just immediately sets it up as a place that you're not going to be properly valued as an employee. No, I wouldn't. I'd look somewhere else. I see. Very interesting. Thank you. You're home alone at night, cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. Don't say that! They have their face and hands pressed up against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does this make you feel? I need my family to be safe. I'm home alone. They're safe somewhere else. Scared, where did they go? They went round the other side. Anxious, I don't know what's about to happen. Yeah, I'm not secure. I'm not ready to handle whatever's coming. I'll grab a knife, but I'm not going to be feeling good about it. I mean, the amount of time... We don't have, we don't have netting in our kitchen. In our kitchen window. But we live in a very, like... It's sort of like a cul-de-sac area, and we're, like, tucked in the corner. We only get two other, like, houses who... Two other groups of families who will walk by. And even then, there's a little, gate bit, fence bit around the entrance to our place. So we don't get much foot traffic there anyway, so that's nice. But the amount of times it's been dark and someone from my family has returned home and tapped on the glass with their face pressed up against it just to scare the shit out of me. Terrifying. I'd be scared and anxious. I'd try and forget how scared I was. I'd remain anxious. And I'd grab a knife or something to defend myself with. And what do you think you'd do in this situation? Lock the doors and call the police? That would be the smart thing to do. Because we don't lock the doors. I should start locking the doors. Grab the nearest weapon in the house and prepare myself. Check to see if everyone in the house was safe. Run out of the house and go to the neighbours. Alright. I could have sworn you said I was home alone. The only other way into the house would be through the garden door, which connects to the front room. The front room's connected to the kitchen. By a hallway, obviously, but it's like right next to it. I would hear if the others weren't safe. So I don't need to go check on people, because the doors are loud as well. You can hear when they're being opened. I wouldn't run out of the house and go to the neighbours. I wouldn't feel safe to do that. I did say grab the nearest weapon in the house and prepare myself. I wouldn't have time to lock the doors and call the police. I'd get one of the family to do that. So I'd grab the nearest weapon. That is what I said I'd do. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not of a human being, would your answers change at all? Yes, because a weapon's not going to do shit to a supernatural entity. I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. Okay. There we go. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that there is currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you will be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You will need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again, just being kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. Would you want to be kept alive in that state, or would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? Now, although the idea of oh, this is interesting. Because you would have to make that decision before, obviously, you enter the state where you can no longer communicate in any way. I think it's not really a way you'd want to live. Pull the plug. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? Spending it with my friends and family, pursuing all of the dreams I hadn't yet accomplished, making the world a better place while I can. I'd wallow in self-pity and probably want to die. I'd spend it with my friends and family. There are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you've never done before and pursue more from life? Or do you feel relatively unaffected by the knowledge that this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? I mean, I feel like I'm already trying to pursue what I want from life. It doesn't really change anything for me because I am already trying to strive for that better future. Yeah, it wouldn't really change my mindset. It doesn't change my mindset. Noted. You have a pet dog whom you've raised since its birth. 3 years has passed, and it's the best dog you've ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and one day, he runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes, and you still haven't seen any trace of your 4-legged friend, until one morning, you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. You rush outside to find that your elderly neighbour in his late 80s is out on his front lawn, joyously playing with your dog. He has named the beast Johnny, and him and your dog seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog, and he excitedly licks your face. Your neighbour says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy, about your age, but he's come back. Johnny has come back, and we're together again." Come to find out, your elderly neighbour is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. This dementia has caused him to believe that your dog, Johnny, is his old dog from his childhood, coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy, and well looked after. And you know that telling the old man that it isn't really his dog and that it's your dog would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home with you? Or would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily to play and go for walks? I want to take my dog home with me, you know? He's my dog. And I take my dog home. He can interact with my dog as much as he wants, but he is my dog. And I say this, I know about dementia. I know how it destroys people's lives. But you can't just let things like that happen, I don't think. He would probably benefit from getting a dog of his own. He's proven that he can look after a dog. But you know, my dog is my dog, and I would do anything to keep that dog. I wouldn't just want to let him go. I take my dog home with me. But I'd interact with the old man regularly. Does this story make you sad at all? Yes! It's a sad story. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone, and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again? Can I imagine myself in that position? Yeah, I can. And it hurts. Next question. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer, and you fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Geez, thanks. Now, let's also say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife, as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. However, you're bound to 2 potential options, and only 2. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process, or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways and making their lives better. You are bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living, or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which one would you choose? I choose to stay with my friends and family. It will obviously suck if he goes on to have more victims, at the end of the day, my eternal soul would love to be surrounded with the love of my family and friends, making their lives better. I'm not gonna stick with that shithead who's just killed me. And it's not my job to thwart his plans. I'll leave that to the police. I'm sticking with my family. Do you think you have what it takes inside to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? Do I think I have what it takes inside to drive my killer insane and push him over the edge? I've got a pretty fucked up imagination. And if I'm a ghost, it's, I'm untouchable. So I think I would have the edge. The edge. I think I would have what it takes inside of me. Yeah. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? I think so. If this situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you rather them choose? I'd rather them stay with friends and family. Don't, condemn yourself to hang around the person who killed you. Next question. One night, you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room, in an unfamiliar bed. You look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You look as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television screen that says, "Press play." So you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all of your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years, you've repeated the same day over and over again. Due to a severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is wiped entirely. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option of either watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and can continue to progress your life even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you had been, repeating the same day over and over again and living in ignorant bliss. Which would you choose to do? Live happily but unknowing. Willful ignorance. Man. Willful ignorance can be a nice thing sometimes. And it would be nice to not know that I'm stuck in this loop. But I mean, if I see a mirror at all, it's going to be a pretty shocking discovery. Like, to just happen upon your reflection and just... I suppose you'd only be shocked, for the day, but it would be every day, even though you wouldn't remember. And that can't be good for the body. I think I'd rather watch the video every day. Less for myself. Because I can't imagine what it would be like for my family to see me reliving the same day over and over again. Like, that must suck. And I mean, watching the video every day and progressing a little bit more is still progression. And, it would be very jarring. It would be a wild experience. But I'd watch the video. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years, even though they felt like it was for your own good? Would I be upset? Yeah. I mean, 20 years. I could understand if it was like a year or so and they're like, maybe it will get better. But 20 years? Yeah, I'd be a little bit upset. If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them telling them the truth? Or would you repeat every single day exactly the same for them in order to keep them happy, never letting them know the truth? They deserve to know the truth. You know? If I'm going to be upset that people didn't tell me, I'd be a bit of a hypocrite if I didn't tell, my best friend. You'd make a video telling them. They deserve to know, and plus repeating every day exactly the same. Everyone suffers in that situation. I will take note of your answer. You've come to find through frantic digging in the attic and the reading of old files and newspapers that your parents are famed psychologists. You've also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discoveries, a story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents, once their trance had worn off, that they repressed the memory of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their mind. 2 psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be a fully functional adult, while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help that child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Yeah, I kind of gathered that. Would you resent your parents? No. No. It's not their fault that I happen to be in that state. And, I mean, not telling you can be forgiven if it's likely, or they felt it was likely, that you're gonna have another outburst of this, murderous intent. And, I mean, if they've been good parents to you, I mean, you'd be upset about the situation, of course. I wouldn't resent them. In fact, I'd probably feel grateful after I got over, the initial depression. There's like these 2 psychologists, obviously for testing, but also it seems to be for the benefit of yourself. They've taken it upon themselves to raise you. So, no, I wouldn't resent them. Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance at life? Yes. Would you feel betrayed by your parents? No. Would you confront your parents about the articles you found? See, that is interesting. If you were to confront them about the articles, one of 2 things is going to happen. They're going to be calm about it, they're going to explain everything, and it's all going to be fine. Or they're going to worry that you may have a relapse after finding this out, and then things would change. I don't like change. I don't think I would confront them about the articles. Just having the knowledge is enough. If you were in your parents' position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? If I was in these parents' position, where I was a psychologist, and this was my chance to obviously research, but also make sure this child gets a second chance at life, you know, I think, yeah. Interesting. I have one final scenario for you before we move on. Give it to me. The end of the world has come and gone, and all that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their paths, in hope of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive this harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight, and in order to save the very few food rations that they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighbouring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders, and it only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? Oh. See, that's a tricky one. 'Cause I don't know, they kicked me out for not pulling my weight. That's a lot of weight to pull, you know? I don't know what they're expecting from me. Come on, guys. Would I tell the colony? Thing is, I'm terrible. I wouldn't want to be lonely. And probably in my mind, I'd probably think along the lines of, oh, maybe this will make up for how terrible I was. And I know I should probably keep everything for myself and just let them go on and do their own thing. But I'd probably go back and tell the colony. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but exile the soldiers who exiled you, would you do it? I mean, that's gonna, but that would cause conflict. I think probably, yeah. I'd tell the guys that I liked, and the ones who I didn't like, they can kind of, you know, go on their merry way. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? Sharing and compassion all the way. I know that makes us more vulnerable, but I'm not a violent person, as it were. If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight, and that person just so happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker, but they refused to share with you and the colony, would you raid them and steal it for yourselves, or would you let them keep what they found? I mean... Right, so my reasoning is we've exiled this person and we're going separate ways. Separate ways. I'm thinking it wouldn't be worth the effort to travel all the way back just to take this guy's stuff. You know? We'll probably find something else down the road. You know, good for them. Good for them. I definitely would want the people to leave me alone and let me keep my stuff. So, you know, just they can keep what they found. Very interesting. And if need be, we just start cutting people up and eating them. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. A choice here, a choice there, which would you rather? Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather. And you will answer clearly, crisp and concise. Will you be selfish, or is your conscience a vice? In just mere moments from now we both shall see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most, or be abandoned by the person you love the most? I'd hate to be abandoned, but I'd feel awful abandoning someone I love. I'd much rather it be done to me than me doing it to someone else. Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you wanted but didn't necessarily care about you? Or friends who couldn't give you anything, but they feel a deep personal bond with you? Strong bonds, please. Nothing better than just being able to sit down with you know, bunch of lads, just have a fun time, watch films, talk. I don't need anything from them. Friends with a stronger bond. Would you rather find $10,000 and get to keep it for yourself, or find $20,000 but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and families? Oh, this is easy. Yeah, 20,000, 4 ways with family and friends. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but have no way of proving it? Whew. Again, I don't want to be doing shit to people. I don't want to be the bad guy. I'd much rather be the victim in these cases. And hey, if you know that they've cheated on you, but you've got no evidence to prove it, doesn't stop you from splitting up with them. Would you rather get rich through illegal means, or be poor but live an honest life? Oh, I would love to get to have the monies. But, I mean, currently what we're doing is this one. You know? Poor but honest and sincere. I like being honest and sincere. I don't like the idea of having to lie my whole life about how I've succeeded. Would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet, or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? This is a mean question. I don't like this question at all. Listen, I love all my pets. I really do. And I'm glad this is never going to be a thing I have to do. But, you know, my... Oh god, oh that hurts. I don't want it. Would you rather get fired from a high-paying job or have to fire your friends from a high-paying job? This one is kind of difficult because, I mean, my friends, they're pretty well off, you know. I have a big family that I'm constantly trying to care for. You know, sisters, parents, you know, icky stuff that people don't really like to talk about in terms of money. My two closest friends are single children, only children, and their parents are, you know, appear to be pretty well off, and I know they'd probably be all right without the job. I need to provide for my family, and I'm sorry to my friends for this answer. Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? Well, a step-sibling isn't biologically related to you. And I wouldn't want to betray my best friends like that. So there you go. Would you rather save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die? Or save 1,000 strangers and let your best friend die? I love questions like this. We did this when I was taking philosophy in college. You know, I always answer to save the most people. But in those situations, it's often you don't know anyone. And as horrible as it sounds, you know, I have very few friends. I can't risk losing any of them. Yeah. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life or rescue a starving child from a third world country? I mean, free food would be great. And I mean, with free food, I can rescue many people from starving. Because I just get all the food for free and then I distribute it. And that's my logic there. I can do both. But if this is a either or, so either I get free food specifically for me for the rest of my life, or I rescue a starving child from a third world country. I don't need free food. I can pay for food. It's fine. Would you rather be rich but without family, or poor but with family? Poor but with family. I love my family. I can't imagine a world without them. Would you rather have to steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy, but have to destroy the money immediately after? What? Right. Okay. I don't want to steal every time I have to eat. And most likely, it doesn't specify how much. I could still, like, you know, a $5 from a wealthy person. They'd never know. It would hurt to, you know, destroy the money, because I could keep it. But I don't want to have to steal every time I need to survive. Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime, or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home. Serve 4 years in the military during wartime. I can't stay away from my home forever. Would you rather always be travelling at 10 miles above the speed limit or 10 miles per hour below the speed limit? Listen. I'm a very anxious person on the road. When I was in year 6, I think I've already mentioned this in a previous test actually. So about 10 years old, I was in a car accident. So below the speed limit would be great. But then I get all the anxiety of, cars getting annoyed that we're going below the speed limit. But I'd much prefer to be safe than to be quick. Would you rather never have sex for the remainder of your life, or have to have sex every day in order to stay alive? Never have sex again. I would hate to have to do it every day to live, because that would be awkward, trying to find someone until you get into a relationship where you can even approach that topic. Yeah, I'd be fine not having sex. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years but make a full recovery, or addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? I mean, hardcore drugs for 10 years, and you recover. So I'm not going to die of it. I don't want to be addicted to something for the rest of my life. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved youthful body and have to watch your friends and family die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? This one. Would you rather sacrifice all of your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? I've only got 2 friends that I see daily. Not even daily. I see my parents every day. I like my friends, but I need my parents more than I need my friends. So, I love you guys, but, Yeah. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do, or work hard for the rest of your life but not receive any praise for it? Well, I mean, if I get acknowledged for work I didn't do, then it's not worth it, really, is it? Not receiving praise for, the hard work I've done would suck. And that is one thing that I do fear. But I don't want to get a pat on the back for something I didn't even do. Yeah. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? I think it would be wild to get punched by a nun. I wouldn't feel comfortable punching a nun. Would you rather lose all of the money you've earned this year, or lose all of the memories you've gained this year? I mean, money can be earned again, Yeah, you can make new memories, but I don't want to lose the ones I've got. We're in November now at the time of recording this. That's a lot of months to just forget. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win $20 or immediately win 10? I mean, I'd keep a guaranteed 10. I don't have the best luck in the world. So yeah. Would you rather know how you die or when you'll die? I think when, because if you know how you're going to die but not knowing when, you just get too anxious about everything. At least knowing when you'll die, you'll actually have a goal to work towards. Would you rather be blind but able to see crystal clear underwater, or be deaf always? I mean, I love music. I love being able to see. Here's the thing. What you do is you get a bowl and put it over your head. It's like the opposite of a spacesuit. You fill it with water, attach like a breathing apparatus to your face. I mean, you don't even need to do that, I guess. Just a pair of goggles with water in it. Yeah. There you go. Would you rather give up all internet and social media but be able to travel the world for free, or have the best internet in the world for free but never leave your house? I could invite people over. Oh, but I want to travel so bad. Okay. Oh, this is a difficult one. I mean, if you're giving up internet, you're literally giving up the world at this point. So much relies on the internet, in terms of keeping up with society itself. So I'd never leave the house, but you can make the house fun. Expand the house, invite people over to the house. Start tunneling underground. That's how you travel. You just extend your home. Would you rather walk barefoot across a bed of hot coals, or walk barefoot through a pitch-black snake-filled infested corridor? I mean, are the snakes poisonous or venomous, or either? I like snakes. I'm not scared of snakes. Obviously, getting bitten by one wouldn't be ideal. And a bed of hot coals isn't really that far, is it? People walk on hot coals all the time. It's just, you do it quick. And you're generally fine. I wouldn't want to hurt any of the snakes. So I'd walk on the coals. Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death, or the executioner in charge of killing them? Oof. That is, if I'm the judge, I can choose not to sentence people to death. If I'm the executioner, I'm literally taking the job of, ending someone's life. I'd rather be the judge, because then I can just rule no. But yeah, just delegate that work. Say this person should die, and then just not worry about it. I wouldn't want to be either, but would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you'll always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? I mean, At least I'm in control of myself with bad luck. Bad luck is just things happening to you. At least you control how you respond to that. I mean, I've got awful luck. Awful. I'm not convinced that a witch hasn't already done that to me. But I don't want some demon trying to penetrate my soul every minute. Would you rather be married to someone incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive, or be married to someone whom you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive? I mean, I wouldn't want to be with someone I'm not attracted to. Either, like, whether it's physically or emotionally attracted. I just don't think that'd be fair on the person you're with. Because I would obviously hate to find out the person I'm with isn't attracted to me. But if it's just on a purely physical layer, then as long as they find me interesting, I'd be pretty okay with that. Yeah? I think? Yeah. Oh well, it's done now. Would you rather work a high-paying job that you despise or a low-paying job that you love doing? I mean, I'd like to like what I do. Yeah. Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles to get home? Oh. It would take me a while and I'd probably die on the way. But I'm not walking a mile naked. Nope. I will take as long as it needs to take. But I'm not being naked in public. That would take me a long time to get home. But I don't think anyone deserves to see me naked. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab $100 out of a public toilet? I'm not sticking my hand in a toilet. Would you rather have 100 of your favourite books but never watch a movie again, or have 100 of your favourite movies but never read a book again? I'd give up books. I watch far too many films to never watch a film again. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything or 2 hours early to everything? Hey, I do this. I do this anyway. That's the anxiety. If I show up way too early for a lot of stuff. Would you rather find a dead body or be a witness to a deadly assault? I'd rather witness a deadly assault. And here's why. If I find a dead body, first of all, I found a dead body. Secondly, I'd have to defend myself in terms of policing. Like, I'd have to prove that it wasn't me that killed this person. Thirdly, the person's dead. You know, that's never a good thing. Witnessing a deadly assault, there's a chance the person's gonna live. They can back me up that I wasn't the one who assaulted them. It would be terrifying to see, and I'd have to figure out how to deal with the people assaulting. My hope is that they run away before they've noticed me. And the person could live to tell the story. Would you rather be able to change your past or see what the future holds for you? I mean, I don't want to do either. If I looked into the future, then that would change how the future would be, right? I could change what that future would be. If I change the past, I've got no control over what that affects up to my current standard of living. So I'd rather look in the future and just, as much as I'd love to go back and, you know, do things I never did, I don't want to risk, you know, everything I've got now. Or do I? I think the one thing I'd change about my past is my biggest regret, and that's not going to, you know, drama clubs, theatre clubs, stuff like that. Being too anxious to pursue the arts, as it were, when I got into secondary school. I mean, who's to say how that would affect things now? Maybe my confidence would have increased. Yeah, I'd change my past. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather have one really great friend or 100 mediocre friends? I mean, I sort of do this already. I've only got a couple friends. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose one day off your life every time you kissed someone? I mean, as in any sort of kiss? So I kiss my parents on the cheek a lot. You know, my sisters. I blow kisses. That's a lot of days to take off of my life. If I lost all my teeth, I could just get some dentures. Yeah, I'm way too affectionate for losing a day every time I kiss. And this isn't me thinking of romantic kisses, this is just general, you know, affection for family and friends type stuff. Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? I think I may lose my sanity if I won the lottery and then lost the ticket. I mean, my worst enemy's already my worst enemy, so what's the lottery win, you know? It's just the way it would be. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? I'd like both. I'm striving for my dream job. But I think it'd be nice to find true love. Yeah, that'd be nice. Would you rather have a pause button for life or a rewind button? Pause. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? Drown in gasoline, that'd be relatively quick. I don't want to burn to death in any way. And I mean, the difference between drowning in water and drowning in gasoline is like, it's just a liquid, innit? Just a liquid. But, you know, at least you're not burning the nerves on your skin. I don't want to be a lobster. Would you rather make a new friend every day or get $100 a day for doing nothing but never have friends again? $100 a day. That's. No, I need the social interaction. A new friend every day is a bit much, but I don't want to be friendless. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself? I'd rather save my family. That'd be nice. Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do, or have hurt everyone you care about but they'll never find out it was you? This, I don't want to hurt anyone. I hate being hated by people. Knowing me, I'd eventually let it slip that it was me that did it. And then, but on the other hand, you know, I can plead my case every day, whether or not they believed me. I don't want to hurt anyone. No. Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy, or sleep with someone who you know has many incurable STDs? Bite the bullet there, sleep with my worst enemy. I don't want to get an infection. You know? I don't even know who my worst enemy would be. But, you know, if we came to an agreement, sure. Would you rather only eat food you don't like, or give up all liquids except for water? I'd give up all liquids except for water. The main thing I drink is water. I'd be devastated to give up tea and coffee, but I'm not going to spend my life eating food I don't enjoy. And I like water. Yeah. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume, or always listen to music just above the lowest volume? Now, I like loud music. I don't like the idea of listening to music on max volume. And I think my ears are pretty good at adjusting to the lower volume. Like, I have my telly on the lowest setting at night when I'm going to sleep. On the lowest volume. And I can pretty much hear it perfectly all the time. So... would you rather meet your hero and find out that they don't like you, or never meet your hero at all? Never meet my hero. You should never meet your heroes. That's what they say. I don't want my image of them ruined just because they don't like me. Would you rather never have a pet for the rest of your life, or never have friends for the rest of your life? I think I'd rather never have a pet for the rest of my life. I love my pets. Obviously, you know, I'd keep them, and then after that is how I'm taking this. Again, just needing to have, you know, human friendships. I can, you know, visit animals. I can, you know, my family members could have pets that I'd get to see. But I wouldn't be able to handle a life without any friends. So, yeah. Would you rather live in excruciating pain for the rest of your life, or live pain-free, but everyone you know and love will live in excruciating pain for the rest of their lives? Everyone? No, I'm taking that bullet, thank you. Thank you for answering my questions. But we are not yet done. Jesus, you're a long one, aren't you? For we have made it through many categories, except for one. These final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. I want to see your heartbeat quicken. I want to learn all that you know. I want to see what makes you think. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest truths. I want to know what makes you sick. I want to expel the truth from yourself. I want to feed on your precious fate. I want to learn all of your love and bathe in all of your hate. So one last time we sit together as we await the final revelation. These are the last questions I have. The last examination. Take your time. Do think hard. Savor every moment dearly. For when I am finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Okay, I wonder how iffy these questions are going to be then. They're really building it up. If I'm not squirming from discomfort, I'm going to be very disappointed. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment. Okay, well, starting off weak here, I must say, Destiny. Morbid, destructive, insane, unclean, volatile, impertulant. I mean, I haven't bathed today. Unclean, yeah. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment. Curious, intrigued, fascinated, interested, inquisitive. Curious? Do you ever lie to those you are closest to you? Yes. Have you ever hurt someone whom you know didn't deserve it? Emotionally, yes, I believe. Not, on purpose. I think in the heat of the moment, stuff like that. I'm not proud of it. But yeah. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Yep. Have you ever intentionally hurt an animal? No! Even the notion! Have you ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? No. Have you ever abandoned a pet? Me personally, no. And that depends on your phrasing of abandoned. We've had pets in the past where we've had to give them up, but we've never abandoned a pet. Have you ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? I don't think so. Let me. I'm gonna give my dad a call and ask him. I don't think I have. Dad. Right, well, he's clearly not picking up. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, I've not. Have you ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? Yes, I stole £1 from my parents once, when I was a child. Yep. That's about it. Have you ever broken something to spite someone that you cared about? No. No. Have you ever played the victim in a situation even though you hadn't been wronged? I think possibly, I mean, there have been situations where I feel like I've been wronged, where I possibly haven't been. I'd say it's possible. I'm not going to say that's never happened. So I'd say probably. At least once, yeah, possibly. Have you ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship? Nope. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who had wronged you? I can't say that I have. Have you ever wished for the death of a loved one? No. That's not something I take lightly. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper can instantly cause their death, Would you write down anyone's name? I think there was a good question similar to this. If you could choose anyone in the world and they would, you know, be flung off planet and they'd never return, would you do that? And there are people that you could do that to. So I mean, anyone's name? Possibly, yes. Maybe. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently do? Yep, I could. I try. Have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them? No, I apologize a lot. I apologize for apologizing, genuinely. That's how bad it is. No, I always end up apologizing if I've done something wrong. Do you ever regret worrying too much about things you can't control? Yes. Do you ever feel like your negativity brings other people down? Yep, and I hate that about myself. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? Yep. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decision making too much? Yeah, in certain situations. Yeah. Do you ever wish that you lived a more honest life? I mean, my life is pretty honest. I don't think I need a more honest life. My life is pretty much there. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? No, I think maybe my dishonesty has always been things, trivial things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I've certainly never seen someone else suffer due to, like, a lie that I've told. Have you ever had someone leave your life before you had the chance to tell them something important? Yes. I believe so. Yeah? Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? See, I don't think anyone really is unworthy of my time. No, I don't think so. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants before those who need you most? No. I'm pretty much, you know, trying my best to get people what they need. I think. I'm less, you know, worrying about myself in that respect. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you're not truly passionate about? I mean, my job. I'm not passionate about that. But, I mean, I don't think I'd class that as a yes. I don't think so. Do you ever feel... Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? No. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things you truly want? Yes. Have you ever refused to try something because you were afraid that you would fail? I mean, I didn't go on the zip wire on my school trip that one time. Writing contests, art contests. I mean, there have been ones where I have done stuff for the art contests, but there are times where I don't. Here we go. I'm afraid to. Yeah. Oh God, my brain. Yes. Yes is the answer. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you're afraid of being rejected? Yes. Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? Chasing the wrong things? No. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? No. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? I mean, I certainly love my pets more than certain members of the family. But I'd say it's probably on a grand scale more equal love rather than loving one more than the other. Do you ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event instead of just telling the person who invited you that you just don't want to go? Yeah. Any social event, pretty much, where I can get out of it, I will try to. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends and family? I mean, I spend a good amount of time with technology. But I am with my friends and family a lot. I'd say... I'd say probably. I could, try harder, I guess, at interacting with friends and family. Yeah, I guess. Actually, no, I disagree with that. It's fine. It's fine. Have you ever defended someone that you shouldn't have? I don't think so. I can't think of anyone I've defended that I shouldn't have. No? Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? Yeah. Sometimes it's quite hard to admit when I'm wrong. Especially when the person you're wrong with always gets so uppity about how right they are. Yeah? Do you ever place the blame for your personal failures on someone or something else? Do I ever place the blame for my personal failures? Not really. There have been times where I'm like, oh, if this person had done this differently, then things could have been different in this respect. That's more general things rather than like personal stuff. So no, I don't think I blame people for my personal failures. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence to back it up? Yes. I have 3 sisters. I mean, we do that sometimes. Yeah. Have you ever had sex with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? No. Have you ever had any kind of relationship with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? No. No. Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with someone? No, I've never been in that position. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? Yup. Have you ever let someone else take the blame for something that you did? I don't think so. I can't think of anything. No? Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? No? Do you ever feel like you're not living up to others' expectations? Yeah. Have you ever walked out of someone's life without any explanation? No. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life and what you don't have, rather than being grateful for what you do have? Yes, I'm not proud of it, but it's just a fact of life. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged but didn't have the courage to stand up for them? Yes, unfortunately. There were, as an example, times at school, friends would get bullied, and I'd be too chicken to do anything about it because I'm a terrible person. Yeah. And finally, oh god, here we go. Do you feel like you're a good person? No. Yes. No. I try to be, but I think I just dislike myself too much to consider myself a good person. There's a lot more I could do to be a good person. You know? Very interesting. Thank you, Destiny. I'm emotionally exhausted from all of this. That concludes the ending of your examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. I will analyse your answers very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. God, be gentle with it. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. I have expected every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. Okay. I was prepared to tell you of your fate, to play upon your fear, to break the worst of news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But as I've asked you to be honest with me, I must in turn be just as honest with you. For as much as I wish to lie, I am forever shackled to the truth. From what I can deduct from deep within, from everything you've shared with me, in return I shall share this with you. This is what I see. God. Oh, goodness. That's a great start, isn't it? You've sure had it rough up until now, haven't you? Shut up. You've been hurt a lot in the past, and it's caused you to look at certain situations in an entirely different light than you otherwise would have if you hadn't gone through such trauma. The good news is, now that we've identified one of your biggest issues, we can begin working on a solution to fix it. My advice to you is to remember that everything does in fact happen for a reason. Whether it's in a spiritual way or a philosophical way, everything we go through in life, both good and bad, teaches us something new and prepares us for something else that's yet to come. The next time something bad or negative in general happens to you, I want you to take the time to mull it over for a while before reacting in a negative way. Even a broken clock tells the time correctly twice a day. I want you to take the time to think about the positives in every situation. I want you to think about everything you've endured and where you are today. And then I want you to take the time to smile and be thankful that you're still here, because I can assure you that many others are grateful for you being here too. If you just take a little extra time to pick out the positive things in negative situations, and think about what the lesson is trying to teach you, rather than what it's currently doing to you, then you'll be walking down an incredible path to an incredible future. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is appreciative. Remember this word and leave it in a comment for us. This word will serve you well very soon. If you received an ending that you've already received before from previous examinations, remember, we did not ask you your secret words prior to taking this test, so that should be very telling. It means something very special. Oh well, all of my words were different. If your result was the same as something you've got previously, we'd like you to add the phrase twin words next to your secret word in the comments. If you received an entirely new outcome, then that means you've got multiple layers of things to work on in your journey, or you may just have an extra layer of depth to your personality, but only you will know the answer to that. You've answered hundreds of questions, you found deeper meanings, you've been enlightened, and you've helped others find enlightenment. Many people have wondered just what the test series is truly about. But it's simple. The answers are always so much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about you. The reflection in your darkened screen, the one who seeks the answers. The person who seeks answers. More than being about the answers, the test is more so about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. Just as human as everyone else. The test is about unity. The test is about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. Look at all of the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all of the thousands of people who are just like you. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. But that's because every single one of us is human. The world judges one another based on so many variables, but they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. We judge each other and are judged ourselves by our peers who do the same exact shit that they judge us for in the end. And that we judge them for too. You feel flawed because you are flawed. You feel afraid because you have the right to be. You feel overwhelmed because the world is overwhelming. Depression is overwhelming, anxiety is overwhelming, our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. We are losing loved ones before their time, and any one of us can fall on the hardest times in our lives at any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly. But one thing that we are not is alone. You are never alone. We're all flawed because we're all human. We're all scared because we're all human. We all fight these battles every single day because we're all human. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all of the secret words that have been gathered that match yours. Look at all of the words that don't match yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience or know nothing about. And perhaps some others know not of yours either. But don't judge those who are struggling. Help them, just as you'd wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help and reach out to those who are. Everyone is suffering. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We are all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together and make so many people feel less alone. We've read your comments, and others are free to do so as well. We've read about how these games have helped you. We've read about how much positivity they've spread. We've read how many people say that their lives are forever changed, and I'll tell you one thing. If even one life was saved in the process of this social experiment, then it was worth conducting. And every single one of you that left a comment is a hero. By leaving comments, you helped spread the message out to others. You helped spread a positive light in a very dark time for so many people, and those people have you to thank for it. There are so many people in this world who do nothing for others, and they'll continue to do nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others around them because they don't understand that someone is suffering just as much as they are. They're just too afraid to open up about it. But not us. We've all opened up quite a lot, haven't we? We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. We were brave enough to take a chance and leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, Randumb Studios would like to thank you by not only placing your name in the credits at the end of this game, so the world knows of your good deeds in spreading the word and participating, but we've also got another surprise for you. Everyone who has left a comment on our titles and continues to do so on future titles will be put into the credits of our new massive project that we've been working on, but that's not the good part. We will also be going through and selecting names from those who leave comments on all of our titles and putting their names right into the actual game and storyline, whether it be a special item, a piece of the lore, or a character named after them, and much more. You've contributed your time and energy and helped others in need. We want to make sure you're commemorated for your efforts and get the admiration you deserve. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project. You will plug your secret words into different parts of your journey when they are requested of you, and they will alter the game in a way uniquely set for your specific words. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision you make changes something about your session. This is an RPG that focuses on every human emotion and the decisions we make and how those decisions make us feel. Keep an eye out in the future for our main project, Chasing Demons, where every NPC from all of our titles will be represented with a storyline, and the world will get to see how they all tie in together. You helped shape it. You helped make it what it is. And we will be sure to continue to add more and more players into the lore and gameplay as we read more and more of the comments left on our titles all the way up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who participated across all of our titles, we will be periodically selecting names from all of our titles. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and everything you continue to do for the world. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. A word from the developers. If any of these games even saved one life, it was all worth it, and that means that you're a part of that. You're a part of saving someone's life. Most people will live their entire lives never having done something special like that. Even if you didn't particularly find anything useful yourself from the test series, just by spreading the word, you've helped others who do find something beneficial from this series, who really could use help in their time of need, as shown in the plethora of positive and inspirational comments left on the series as a whole. So thank you for spreading the word and helping so many people who really truly need it. Some will go their entire lives living selfishly, never lifting a finger to help someone unless it personally benefits themselves. I'm sure you've met some people like that in your lifetime, and that's okay. There's a place for all types of people in the world. We need people like that to create balance. We need the selfish with the selfless. We need the good with the bad. We need the happiness with the sadness. We need it all in order to appreciate what we have and what we don't have. But these games have helped people, and that means you've helped people. If you've left a comment, you are a part of this. If you continue to leave comments, you continue to be a part of this. If you've shared this, you've helped someone. If you don't believe me, take a look for yourself and read some of the words people have left for the rest of the world to see. Look at the joy and positivity we've helped spread throughout the world in such a dark, dark time, where people are sick and dying, people are separated by both difference and indifference. The one thing we all have in common is that we are all human inside. It doesn't matter where we come from, how we grew up, what we've been through, what our opinions and preferences are. Okay, well, I can't read all that. We all have the same thoughts, same feelings and emotions, and each and every person living amongst us has their own lives. Each person is good for their universe. They mean something to the world. They mean something to someone, even when they don't feel like it. They do. Trust me, you do. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for encouraging other people to be a part of this. Thank you for spreading something so uniting in such a divisive world. Divisive? Yeah. Thank you for opening your heart and your mind in order to create acceptance, not only for everyone else, but for yourself as well. Even if our differences aren't so different at all, together let's make it a happy stay forever. I'm a very slow reader, I do apologise. We would also like to give a very special shout out to Markiplier and his community for supporting us through our other titles. It has really meant so much to us as long-time fans, and the amount of joy you bring to the rest of the world through your content and your community support is second to none. Thank you for being you, and we really hope you get to punch a nun at some point in the near future. We want to wish you all the best in your future endeavours, and may your life be flooded with the happiness you deserve. These guys are sweet. I love these people. As a side note to anyone and everyone who has taken the time to be here, we have also developed a game titled The Testing Chamber, which can be considered connected to the Test Trilogy in a very special way. So feel free to check that out, as we think it's quite a unique experience. I might do that at some point, actually. If you enjoyed what the Test Trilogy had to offer, then we truly believe that you'll love the play style of the Testing Chamber, as it takes everything that its predecessors offered and amplifies the experience to an unprecedented degree. We genuinely hope you give the Testing Chamber a chance, as we've spent countless hours of passionate development making it what it is, and we hope after playing it that it means as much to you as it does to us. In the meantime, we would like to recommend our title called The Advisor to you. We feel that it provides a great opportunity for player-developer interaction and allows players to cast their vote on where the story should head. It's a choices matter style of game that's never been done before, as you, the player, are responsible for how the story is written in future episodes. Thank you for listening to us pour our hearts out about our passion projects. We put a lot of time and effort into what we build, and we just want the same thing that everyone else wants in life: a chance. With that being said, keep a hold of your secret words. You're gonna need them for when you're chasing demons. I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from the blackened rose. She loves me. Don't do this. She loves me not. She loves me. Please, I beg of you. She loves me not. Gah! She loves me. She loves me not. She will never love a monster like you. Oof. So let her choice take its toll. And in her cell, may she rot. We would also like to give a very special shout out to Markiplier and his community for supporting us through our other titles. It has really meant so much to us as long-time fans, and the amount of joy you bring for your community. Thanks for being you, and we really hope you guys... Okay. If you go to the title screen of this game and click on our other games, you'll find a link to Markiplier's new amazing project and please show them some love. Aw, that's sweet. Oh, credits. All of these people. Awesome. Awesome people. Feel free to check out our other titles on the title screen under our other games section. Or further, The Art of Dad Jokes, The Testing Chamber, The Advisor, The Journey, The Horoscope, Fatal Awakening, The Confession, Medieval Fantasy Survival Simulator, The Twins, The Summoning, Survive or Thrive, Survivor Dieland, The Questionably Quirky Quiz Show, The Test Hypothesis Rising, The Test Final Revelation, What the Fuck Is Wrong With You, What the Fuck Do You Know, and many more. Thank you, and we wish you a wonderful day. Until next time, Randumb Studios. That's a lot of titles they've got there. We've made a list of names of those who have supported our projects along the way, and we will continue to extend this list in the future titles. We'd like to see them now. One of the list is quite long. The list is very long, but I remember how long it was last time. It did take a while, but we'll let that all go. No, I'm glad I finally was able to get through it. It's probably all gonna be one video, obviously, but it did take 5 attempts after the game froze, and thankfully I found that comment on the store page, the community. That sorted the problem out pretty quick. So thank God we finally got there. It's been a few days since I first tried to play the game, the test. But no, that's really... It's a really cool trilogy. I really liked it. I mean, I've always loved philosophical questions and thinking too much into things. So... no, it was nice. Randumb Studios, you guys are really cool. Very sweet messages you leave. And it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside, so... well done. I do very much look forward to seeing what you're going to do in the future. I'll probably check out some of their other stuff at some point. And I encourage anyone who's watched this video to go and do these for themselves, because they're a very interesting experience. I'm gonna let these credits play out for a bit. And then, we shall part ways. It is so many people. So much support. It's really cool. But also my parents have just left and I need to look after the dogs. So I'm I feel bad, but I'm trying to have to skip through these names as quickly as possible. So I can end the recording. And go and look after the dogs who are going to start crying in a minute. I don't know if you can hear him, but that's Kruger, our little mini Dachshund, who is crying his eyes out right now, downstairs, waiting for some attention. Oh my gosh. This is very unprofessional of me, I do apologise. Right, unfortunately, I am going to have to end it here. I don't know how long the list goes on for. I'm sorry to have to stop it short. But really, really fun experience, really good game. Test. I keep calling it a game. It's not really a game. It's an experience, and it's a really, really good one at that. I look forward to playing more of the content that Randumb Studios puts out, and yeah. So until next time, I guess. Just remember, I care about you all, and I hope you care about me too. Bye-bye.